Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to do an open box and a brief review of some accessories for the DJI Mini 3 Pro from both DJI and from the company called STARTRC. I purchased these products myself, and I'm not in any way sponsored by any of the two companies, so my opinions are pretty much my own. The products I'm going to go through, we'll start with the 30-watt USB-C charger. For those of you that have already purchased the Mini 3 and the starter kits that come with it, you're going to notice that you do get cables, charging cable, as well as some additional USB-C to USB-A cable, but no power adapter or power charger. So you have to buy that separate. And by the way, I'll put the links on my description for these products, all of these here that I'm going to review, and you guys can check them out. So again, to get this, I went ahead and purchased this through B&H Photo, and I got it because I was having difficulties in finding a right power adapter to use, and I kind of prefer getting the manufacturer's power charger or power adapter for the product that I am buying. So I like to kind of play it safe. There's not much to this. Again, it is 30 watts, and the reason you want a 30-watt power adapter is that when you're charging your batteries through the charging hub, it's gonna make it to where it charges faster versus using anything that would be less. So I would recommend going with this. This is also good for your controller, the RC controller for the Mavic 3. I'm sorry, the Mavic Mini 3. So this is one of those must-haves. Another thing I got that you don't kind of think about it, but it can happen. There's been instances where I've dropped my sticks when taking them out of the controller itself. You know, they're in the bottom here, but let's say you're, high grass, out in the field on some high grassy area, or possibly in the sand or something like that, or, maybe even close to the water, like being by the beach. And you take these off. When you take this off and you're trying to screw it in, there's always that possibility of dropping it. And if you're not prepared with some spares, you could, be out of luck in flying your drone. So I would suggest that you look into this. This I also got from B&H Photo, and these are just two additional sticks, or a pair of sticks. And this is one of these things that I would definitely want to keep in my box just in case. Same thing with the power adapter. So these are two products from DJI. And the other products that I got were from the STARTRC company. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce the company name. I did ask them, and it is STARTRC. The products that they sell that I purchased from them is the glass screen protector for the DJI RC controller with the HD screen, and also the propeller holders for the Mini 3 Pro, as well as the foldable extending landing gear. And I'll kind of show you these a little bit so you can get an idea of how these work. So for the screen protector, it's pretty much standard. It does come with two in the box, which is kind of handy. And just in case you have any issues getting one of these put on the screen, it's not very complicated. You do have a wet and dry wipe that you can use, along with a dust, they call it a dust absorber, and it's essentially just a little sticky paper that helps pick up some of that, any dust particles that get trapped under the glass when you're trying to install it on the controller. Now keep in mind, there is a difference between this controller and this one. Although they look about the same size, they're definitely smaller in as far as size. This one is a little bit bigger, so that screen protector will not work with this new RC controller for the Mini 3. So I would definitely look this up. I will put again a link in the description on how to get these. The differences as far as screen, looking at it outside and everything, I've tried it with the Mavic 3 because it's the same brand, and there's not much of a difference as far as reflection. I still have good visibility of the screen, so it definitely doesn't impact the visibility. So definitely it's worth having. The benefits of having a screen protector here for your controllers is that you never know, you might end up dropping it by accident, and if for any reason it hits the screen, then you're likely to get some damage. Like an iPhone or anything else with a screen protector, your hope is that the screen protector will take some of the blow, although there's no guarantee, but definitely it's worth having a screen protector. Another benefit of the screen protector is that if you're putting your controllers in a bag and there's some metallic thing next to it by any chance, you could get a scratch screen. So rather than having a scratch screen, you're going to scratch the screen protector, and that's easily removed, and you can replace it with a second one or purchase additional ones if you need to. Also, you know, for accidents, if you get a bump, it's at least, again, you're hitting the protector and not the actual screen. So definitely good insurance. You don't want to accidentally damage the screen. This will at least help in protecting that. Another product that we've got here is the propeller holder. Now there's many out there, and if I have a chance, I'll put a picture on the screen somewhere in here and show the other different ones. There's other companies like Sunny Life that makes one. There's also some other ones, I don't know all the names, but there's like 4 of them that I know about that you can get. I chose the STARTRC propeller holder mainly because it's a very slim design, which, you know, I kind of really preferred over it. There's a reason why, and I've got a case that's coming up, so I was kind of looking at getting something that was thin enough that it would not have issues going into a hard case. So again, I'll cover that later on when I do get a case. I got a case that's I'm going to do a video on, and we'll kind of cover that. Now inside the box, there's not much to it other than the product itself, the propeller holder here, and this is just a piece of foam to hold the thing in there. Now, what's kind of interesting about this is how it goes in, and you can put it around the drone, and the nice thing about it is, again, very thin. It's leather-like material. Of course, it's not leather, but it's a leather-like material. One thing too that I don't know if you saw that, but on this, what I do like is that it is magnetic. So not only do you have the ability to push the pin and lock it closed, but it also closes it and holds it because of the magnetic capability here of the little pin area here. So I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. Now, why do I have one of these? Why do we need one? There's been discussions I've seen on YouTube that, yeah, if you position the propellers on the drone like this and this one over here, then it will hold. Now, in my case, I know putting this in a bag and everything, I'm pretty clumsy, and as you can see, sometimes these propellers do pop off. I think if you cross them together like that, they tend to not come loose, but I'm not good at it, and you know, I've had my instances where it gets jammed on the bag or something, and I prefer not to have that experience. So if you get something like this, this is actually handy to have. You just kind of wrap it around and as like this, and then you just lock it in there. So there you have it. See, pretty much it. Now, if I put this in a bag, at least I know that my propellers won't get damaged. So it's kind of handy. Like I said, I've seen some that look a lot like the actual Mini 2 version. Here's the Mini 2. This is the one that DJI provides. Why in the world DJI did not provide one for the Mini 3 and yet they did for the Mini 2, I don't know, but it would have been nice to have something like this from DJI. Unfortunately, they did not provide that for the Mini 3, nor have I seen it as an accessory yet on their storefront. So In the meantime, I saw this product, like it's a very small footprint, very thin, and it's great. It will go in the case, and I will show that once I do a video on the case and cover that with you guys. But again, this is a great product. I like it. I like the fact that it's very thin. The other plus is that it's very easy to store. There's not a lot of material there. Just fold it in, and it's like, voila, I can just throw that in my bag. Does not take a lot of space. Whereas on this one, it does take a little bit of space, not a lot, but you know, I'm more about carrying light, less space taken, less weight. So all the more reason to have this kind of propeller protector. So again, this is from STARTRC as well as the screen protector. And let's go on to the other product here, the last and final product that I have. And this again is the, if I can open this, should have gotten a knife, but I did not. Foldable extended landing gear. I've bought this before for the Mini 2, and I also have it for the Mavic 3, believe it or not. And they're pretty good. I like them. Its purpose in life for having this is multiple reasons. One of them is that if you look at your drone right now, you're essentially right on the ground. I'll give you an example. I guess if you look here, you're pretty close to the ground, and this one gives you about, I would say roughly 18. I'm trying to recall. I'll put it on the screen. The height, additional height that you get, that 21 millimeters is what I'm recalling that you get additional height by using the this accessory. Now it's very easy to set up. One thing I like about it, it's very small footprint. If you notice here, this opens up and the legs will come up like this. Kind of reminds me of the helicopter skids. Not very complicated, pretty easy as far as installing it. You're getting the product like this, and you're essentially getting this hook here right by where the gimbal is. Of course, let me get this unfolded and kind of get you an idea of what's involved. So you unfold this, then again, looking at this part here, this will actually catch right there where the gimbal area is between the two sensors here, and then it will lock when you open these here. So the back end, it kind of sits there, but it's not necessarily locked in. So to finish up and having it lock in is you open the legs here, and when you do, you've got these little pieces here of the leg. As you turn it, it actually will lock into the side where the battery buttons are to pull out the battery. So it locks in place, very secure. And now if you look at this, if you were, and I'll put some pictures on the video as well, but if you look here, now we've got an additional height here, which is good for the gimbal. One of the nice things about this is if you're in a kind of a, not in a high grass area, but if there's minimal grass that's below that 21 millimeters, that's going to give you some added height for your drone. It is also good for when you're not carrying a landing pad. I personally use the landing pad a lot. There are instances where I don't want to carry it because of the additional weight and the size of the thing. This is my landing pad. There's different versions out there. I kind of like the folding one here. It is a bit heavier, but it folds out nicely, and I've had these in one of my videos, and it works really good in the snow. It's great for when there's a lot of sand or dirt particles or even gravel, so it comes in handy. But this is also a nice added item. And even if you don't use it, occasional use, here and there, the nice thing about it is that it's very easy to put in your bag. It doesn't take a lot of space, and it's very easy to put on and take off. And I kind of like this design that they had here definitely is pretty good and very easy to remove. And like I said, very small footprint. I saw another one from Sunny Life that has kind of, it looks like crab legs, and I'll put a picture on the screen as well if I can pull that up, and on this video. And I kind of like that one too. The only thing about that one is it was too bulky to put in your bag. This, compared to the Sunny Life one, is a lot better, although I really like the cool look of the Sunny Life landing gear. This one is definitely a lot easier to put in my bag. So that's another way. Now there is a third way that you can deal with, you know, sand, dirt, gravel, stuff that might damage your gimbal when you're taking off or even landing it. If you don't have a landing pad or even this landing gear, you can catch it with your hand. Now, I don't recommend that for anybody. It's not good if you don't know how to do it. I myself have done it, but I'm very cautious about it because yes, these propellers, though they are not stationary and they do flex and turn like this, when they're going fast and it hits your finger, I can guarantee you get a cut. I've gotten cuts on my fingers with it, and I do try to be very cautious. If it's very windy, that is all the more reason not to try and land this in your hands, because it can easily move on you. But you can take off and land it in your hand if you're really good with it. But again, I don't recommend that. I think the safest way is going to be getting either some landing gear or possibly a landing pad that you can use instead of doing the hands. But again, those are the three options. But again, the products, very good. Prices are not bad. The links will show you the pricing. I think very affordable. It seems like it's a really cheap plastic, but in reality it's actually pretty good. Actually, I don't think it's cheap. Like, it's definitely very good quality plastic on the landing stuff, as well as the, again, like I said, the other STARTRC products. They're all good products. Definitely worth getting. So these are things to consider. Good accessories. More accessories are coming out. I will have more videos on the additional accessories, and definitely some of these are worthwhile. Landing gear, I would say, you know, it's an optional thing if you think you need one or not, but I definitely keep one myself. The price is just right. It's not that expensive, so definitely I always have that in my bag along with my landing pad, or if I don't have that, at least I've got that. So those are things to look at. Again, I hope you guys benefit from this video. I hope these help get you ideas of what you may want to get. I do suggest that you do get the 30-watt power adapter at the very least, and as well as some extra sticks, and most definitely you want a screen protector at the very least. I would definitely look at those items. So again, thanks for watching this video, and again, have a good day.